We're a few weeks into this global pandemic, but you still have a lot of questions about COVID-19, and you're still sending them to us on social media. Joining us again today and all this week is infectious diseases specialist Dr. Isaac Bogosh, who's got answers for you. Good morning, Dr. Bogosh. How are you today?
Great, thank you. Good morning.
All right, we're going to jump right in because we've got a lot of questions to hit. Italy has said worst mistake they made was bringing infected patients into hospitals. Should we be keeping infected people out of hospitals?
Yeah, absolutely. All throughout Canada, you're seeing COVID-19 centers pop up everywhere. And obviously, people who are now well enough in hospital are being discharged home to continue their recovery at home. The goal is if you're not sick enough to be in hospital, don't come to hospital. And certainly we have the capacity to do that here in Canada, and that capacity actually continues to scale. So I totally agree with that.
Here's another one for you. Does the amount or length of exposure you've had to the virus factor into how severe the effects of it are?
Great question. Controversial. No true answer for that. In many infections, that's not the case. It may be the case in some infections, and it's unknown if that's the case in this infection, but there have been some theories posed. So sadly, not the most satisfying answer. We need more data to confidently answer that one.
We've got one from Facebook. Lise Saint-Pierre Grenier asks, could some people be naturally immune to the virus?
Unlikely. I think it's unlikely. Usually you need to have infection with the virus or something very, very, very closely resembling this virus to get immunity. I don't think that the regular coronaviruses that circulate that cause the common cold would cause immunity to this infection. So it's unlikely that people have natural immunity. Those who have been infected with this COVID-19 and have recovered are very likely to have some immunity for some time afterward, though.
All right, we've got another one from Facebook. Is it true that people with type O blood are less susceptible to COVID-19?
No, so this is a really interesting question. There's some shreds of evidence from China that suggest that that may be the case. We clearly need to study this further. And you know what? It wouldn't be the first time that certain blood types confer certain protection against a type of an infection. That by no means should people with type O blood types say, hey, I'm okay, we're good to go. Not the case. We definitely need more data. It's interesting and it's promising, but we need more data to support that notion.
All right, doctor, finally from Twitter, here's this question. What long-term residual effects could remain from the virus?
Oh, that's fantastic. That's a really good question. So, we've only known this virus has existed for 4 months, so we don't actually have any long-term data. It's extremely likely that people who have, a mild infection and recover are likely going to be fully recovered, and that's going to be the end of that. Sadly, those people who are in the intensive care unit, who are sick enough to need ICU-level care, even without this viral infection, we know that people can have very, very protracted recoveries, and they might not even be back at their baseline level of function at 1 year, at 2 years. And there's even data for some people not being back at their same level of function 5 years after discharge from an intensive care unit because of an infection that affects their lungs. So, for those with mild illness and that have recovered, it's likely going to be no residual effects. But sadly, people who have been in an intensive care unit with this, they might be in for a longer recovery.
Doctor, I firmly believe that the more information people have, the safer they feel. So thank you very much for providing this information to our viewers. We appreciate it. We'll see you tomorrow.
Be well. Have a great day.
All right. If you have got questions you want to answer, you can send them to us on social media.
Thanks for watching. If you like this, be sure to subscribe here.
And you can check out more Your Morning videos right here.